إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. Allah Ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, in the Holy Quran, وَلَا تَقْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَكَ بِهِ عِلْمٌ, which means do not talk on a subject which you have no knowledge. So this is the second part of the, the mathematical calculation which the pilots used to do, and they still do sometimes. And we're going to when you have both north. This time we're trying to do it when both are south. So for that, let's go to the Google Earth, and let me stop the sidebar. So here we took two pins. One is in 10 degrees south and another is 30 degrees south, right here. This whole line is 30 degrees. Just remember that. This whole line around the globe would be 10 degrees, and this is 30 degrees. So when you have both, south, so this is the scenario number 2. This is the scenario number 2, and the scenario number 2 is both south. It's both south, which means both locations south. So when we have here 30 degrees south and minus 10 degrees south. So it is obviously a subtraction. We get 20 degrees. Now question is south, you are going again, what would be? This is 20 degrees south or north. Again, the same thing. If you go from 30 to, if you're going higher to lower, this is just the opposite of the when both north. This time when you go higher to lower, it is actually you are going north. And if you go lower to higher, 30 degrees minus 10 degrees. And this is both south, I told you. And when you go lower to higher, then it will be south. So it will be 20 degrees, both cases. It will be south, will produce again another south. So there's a difference. When we're both north, you probably remember it, that when in both north, when you go higher to lower, you actually go south. But when you both are south, when you go higher to lower, you are actually going north. And similarly here, when you go lower to higher, it will be just opposite of what happened when both are north. When you go lower to higher, you are actually going to south. So when you go 10 degree, you're looking forward to 10 degree to 30 degree. You are going lower to higher. It will produce, south will produce again another south. So I hope this is not that complicated. It is just the opposite of when we have both north, and this is when it is both south. And you will understand it if I take you to the Google Earth. For example, here, if you go lower to higher, means 10 to 30, you are actually going south. And if you go higher to lower, although both are in south, you are actually going north. On the other hand, we did it before, like when in the north, above the equator, in the northern hemisphere, when you go higher to lower, you are actually going south, and you go lower to higher, you are actually going to north. That's the difference, just the opposite of the northern hemisphere. So basically, the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere are just opposite to each other. And this is how you will know that what your result will be north or south. We are only talking about latitude, um, latitudes of the anything above the line of equator, which is the 0 degrees. And we're also talking with this particular video, we talked about the latitude, whatever comes to the under the line of equator towards the South Pole. Hope this helps. And again, if you have question, you can always email me, or you can call me, or you can text me, and inshallah ta'ala, I will answer. Jazakallah khairan. Next segment will be when one location is in north and one location is in south, which means one location is above the equator and another location is below the equator. Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.